They can be the thing that actually drives that decision when you fully understand it and you go at it proactively. Hey everyone, welcome in. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about why, as accountants, we believe in real estate investing a lot and we preach it and we love working with real estate investors. So over 90% of our clients at our boutique tax firm have at least one real estate investment property. And we love working with those clients. And I want to just talk a little bit about why we love it and what it opens the door for as far as ROI, return on investment opportunities for you as an investor. So from my mindset, the ROI on real estate comes in four major categories. There's all kind of ancillary benefits to it, but the four major categories for us when you get into a real estate investment is appreciation, mortgage reduction, cash flow, and tax incentives. Right. So appreciation, it's going to appreciate each year, typically about 3 to 5%. Right. Obviously, year to year, things can fluctuate. But if you're going to hold long term, which is what we're really talking about, is long term investing here, then appreciation is going to be a real thing. It has historically. We expect that to continue. Right. Then mortgage reduction. So you have someone else, as long as you can keep that thing occupied year to year, you have someone else paying down your mortgage. So you're building equity over time. You buy it for $300,000 with your huge loan on it. That loan you're going to pay off with your rent every month, and you're going to have more equity in there from the mortgage reduction. Third benefit's cash flow, right? So as long as you set things right, you take account of your CapEx expenses and all that you need to track, you should come out with cash flow, right? Obviously, you get into some bad properties and some things that happen from month to month, but overall, you should cash flow. And then the fourth benefit, which we hone in on and we love, is the tax benefits and the tax incentives. So of these four major benefits, and as I said, there's all kinds of ancillaries. So you feel free to drop it in the comments or respond here with, oh, this is why I do it. This is what I do. But I'm just telling you, these are the four big benefits that we focus on, and all the ancillaries are icing on the cake, right? And sometimes people think of the tax benefits as icing on the cake. And what we think about is the tax benefits oftentimes are the cake, right? So that's what we're looking at is when you really understand it, the tax benefits can be the thing that puts you over the edge. They can be the thing that makes you buy the rental property instead of the flip at the end of the year, right? They can be the thing that actually drives that decision when you fully understand it and you go at it proactively. Of those four benefits, tax benefits are typically the ones that real estate's understand the least. They understand appreciation. They understand mortgage reduction. They understand cash flow and how to run those numbers. But it's when you get in the weeds of the tax breaks, when they're really like, man, this, I know it. I need you to tell me 2 or 3 times. I need you to make sure it's happening right and getting done right. So that's why we focus on that at our firm and why we're doing it with REI Tax University here. So when we get into those tax breaks, let's talk about why there's so many tax breaks for real estate. So why are there so many breaks for real estate investors that are littered into these tax codes? Well, these tax codes, both IRS and statewide, are filled with things that the government wants you to do as a citizen and as a taxpayer, right? Have kids, donate to charity, contribute to your retirement account, right? These are things that are benefits to the US overall, right? So they want you to do this. I guess having kids is arguably but yeah, they want people to have kids. They want you to invest. They want you to do things that will help them. They know that Social Security is not going to be there forever. So what do they want people to do? Go contribute to your retirement accounts. Oh, we'll use Roth accounts now so that we can further incentivize people, right? All of these things, there's a reason behind them. So things like operating a business, buying equipment, buying furniture, buying large things and investing, taking out loans to help banks out, right? To buy these bigger things, those all benefit the US economy overall. Things like investing in real estate, that benefits the US economy. It doesn't hurt that a lot of people up in the Northeast also do a lot of this stuff, right? So that's why these lobbyist groups are strong, right? So that's why these rules exist and why there's all kinds of beneficial things for both business owners, but really real estate investors are just, of any industry, by far the one that we find the most tax breaks for and across IRS and state tax codes. So what do some of those tax breaks look like? Well, there's cost segregations, there's bonus depreciation, there's 1031 exchanges, there's opportunity zone funds, there's Delaware statutory trust, there's all kinds of these crazy tax breaks. There's also things just like maximizing your deduction. So, as an investor, you can take these deductions that you really understand them and you can start to use them for your business. So things like your cell phone and your subscriptions to your podcast and your Amazon accounts and things that you're going to say, well, I'm going to start to use that for business, right? Because I have to fund this, my real estate investments, my low stuff, I have to fund through there. So all of that stuff, you're now going to make partially or entirely a business deduction. So before, when you were a W-2 taxpayer, you get paid, they take taxes out, and then you've got your money. Go do whatever you want with it. Go pay your cell bill, go do that. And it's not going to be deductible. But now that you've moved into a real estate investor, right, you can maximize those deductions. You can say, okay, I get paid, I go pay my expenses, and then they take taxes from what's left on the balance, right? What the net is. So you've moved into that position. Now you have to do that with things that are ordinary and necessary and don't have an overall personal gain benefit to them. So that's what we really hone in on when we talk about maximizing deductions and travel and all those kinds of things. You really need to understand that part of it, but those are, again, that kind of opens the book to what you can do as far as a real estate investor and tax planning. So guys, I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to watch along here, and hopefully you gained some knowledge on this and just a little bit more. Maybe it just helped you be like, yeah, I am in the right spot. I am doing good as a real estate investor when you're down because you've lost a tenant or something's happened that's got you down, an issue on a property, something like that. So stay in it, keep going, guys. We really appreciate you watching and being here. If you're a part of our community over at Real Estate Tax University, we talk all things tax planning for real estate investors over there. So if you're a part of it, we appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of the community. We're trying to provide you as much value as possible through resources, videos, content, educational courses, our monthly calls that we're going to be hopping on, and all of that. So thank you for joining in, and be ready for more to come over there. If you haven't checked it out yet and you're either a current or aspiring real estate investor or professional, highly encourage you to hop over to reitaxu.com, check it out, sign up for the community, follow along with us here as we try to help as many real estate investors as we can become super savvy in tax planning and just make sure they're leveraging these tax benefits to the best of their ability. Appreciate you guys.